watching me from. Welcome to our real talk show with Heavenly Zulu, myself. I am so excited to be here, and I believe that today you've got a treat. We've got a powerhouse today, an amazing woman of God. I can't wait for you to meet her and to embark in this journey with her. We are so privileged to have her, especially from her busy schedule. So we just give glory to God. Right, her name is Primrose Mokwakwami. She is a founder, a first lady of El Elyon, a family church which is being launched. She has a desire to help, teach, equip others to succeed in life based in biblical principles. She has been involved with many charities, organizations across the globe. Over 200 children in Africa, including Zimbabwe and Malawi, from unprivileged homes with their education needs. She is a mother, a wife, and a serial entrepreneur. Welcome to our show, Miss Primrose, our First Lady. I'm used to call you First Lady. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Heavenly. Thank you for having me today.
We're so privileged to have you. We know that you had to shuffle some busy schedules for you to be with us, so we don't take it lightly. We are so excited. So tell us, when a person asks you, who is Primrose? Who is this beautiful First Lady sitting next to me? Who are you? I want to know more about you today.
First let me just acknowledge the wonderful show that you're doing, Heavenly. I was listening to your introduction. I was even asking myself, who is that? But yeah, I'm as simple as it can get. I wear my heart on my sleeve. A young girl from the rural areas of Mashingo, in Zimbabwe. Was born from Zimbabwe. Okay. I'm the firstborn of I'm the firstborn of a family. We round up to about 6. Yes.
6 siblings? You're blessed.
I come from a home where my parents split up when I was very young, 8 months old.
All right.
My 6 siblings is a combination of 2 siblings.
Okay.
From my mother's side, from my father's side.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but particularly me myself, I come from, my story is quite long, but just because you asked where I'm from and who I am.
We want to know.
I am the representative of what you just said. Yes. The needy, the homely, the rejected, the forgotten. Yeah. It's part of the little bits of who my story is about.
Okay. And I can see that when I was doing my research about you, you've got a heart of woman, to work with women, to equip women out there. Is it something that is always like been there? That's something that you always wanted to do? Like to see women thriving, to see women achieving things. I know that every time, like, I see that you're always pushing women. You want them to give birth to whatever that, they are pregnant with.
Right. Yes. I would say yes, due to my little bit of story, my background.
Okay.
I grew the desire and the love for women from how I saw and how I got to envision women growing up.
Okay.
I didn't really track a little bit back.
Yeah.
8 months old.
Yeah. Separated
from my mother.
Yeah.
Till the day she died. So I did not know who she was. I even get cranky thinking about it,
I know, yeah.
So because of that, I grew this desire of I wanted more out of women.
Yes.
Surely there's more out of a woman than just being able to give birth to a child, and then next thing you don't know where the child is, how the child will grow up.
Yeah.
And with everything that a woman goes through, as I became a young girl and I started, having my period, and I started experiencing womanhood, I got to understand that there's more to a woman than just what the eye can see.
Exactly.
So because of that, my passion for women grew. My desire to see women achieve, establish themselves, and accept their own skin.
If
you know what I mean.
And be comfortable into, Wow. That's amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward for more and more things that you're doing out there for the women. And it just reminded me where I met you for the first time. It was this prayer retreat, and I remember you were one of the speakers. And you were speaking so much, like you're like charging us as women, like especially married women, like telling us that, you know what, you need to treat that man as a king, and he'll treat you like a queen. But also you said something that was very, very important, that, you know, when a man treats you like a queen, being submissive, it just comes easily. Right. It's just something that it just oozes out of you, because you are now respected, you are loved. You know, when a man loves you, how God has designed them to love us, and then if he loves you and treat you like a queen, automatically you just, you know, can I share just a little bit, like, you know, that was beautiful. That for me, that I took that with me, and I said, you know what, when I get married, yeah, I'll treat him like a king. But, you know, I need to see the kingship in him. You did also say that you don't just go around and treat everybody. There must be those, you know, you need to see that kingship in him, that yes, this is a man that, you know, God.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you make that point, that you pick that up, because I see that for a lot of women, they misunderstand the word submission. Yeah. And they overlook the power that is harnessed within. If you think about a dynamite, okay, a dynamite has to be contained with a lid, okay, that only until you pull the lever, you realize that this thing I was holding is actually a very powerful thing. Yeah. So with how powerful a woman is within, God had to contain us, okay? He had to contain us in a way that it only takes a certain kind of man to pull the lever and bring out the woman that's within. Okay. Wow. So, so the same goes with, you know, submission for me. I truly, hand on heart, believe that there's a reason why God had to say to the woman, submit. Exactly. Then He had to say to the man, love. Love. Okay. Because it doesn't come natural. It doesn't come natural to submit. Neither does it come natural for a man to love. Automatically, a man wants to hunt. He wants to hunt, provide, and then in his mind, I have shown you love because I'm providing for you. I'm doing everything for you. So what love do you want? What love do you want? So then God had to say, no. He had to look at himself as God. Because don't forget that before time began, God got so confused that all these people, I've given them the Garden of Eden, I've given them the fruits, I've given them to name the animals. What is missing out of this man? They have everything. They didn't have love. They didn't understand what the love of God is. Yeah. So He came down Himself. Yeah. He came down to show us what love was. Yeah. So then when He then said to the man in the New Testament to say, you know, husbands, you shall love your wives, it was Him now feeling the pain. It was Him now attaching to humanity. Exactly. Don't forget that God Himself had to become man in order for Him to relate to man. To us, yes. So He was trying to tell the man that you cannot relate to a woman, a female who relates with her feelings, unless if you yourself get in touch with your feelings and love her first. So that's the reason why I emphasized on that retreat. You know, we understand as women that you cannot submit to a man who does not love you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't come. The equation does not make any sense. And all men, they just want you to submit, you need to submit. But like, how do I submit if you don't love me? You didn't show me that love. Exactly. Then we go back to what does that love look like? Yes. And then it's like, for me, how can a man love you if he does not love and honor the man who created him? It goes back to God. You see, it goes back to God, because if a man does not honor God, he cannot love you. No, because the Bible does not say just men love your wives. It said like Christ loved church. Like Christ loved church. Yes. So then you have to go then back to the sacrifice that Christ did to the church. Can a man sacrifice for you the same? Can he let go of everything he's ever believed in, his mother and father, and be joined together one with you? Okay, feeling that I would die for you. Can he do it? Which most men can't. So. No, they can't. It's true. No, it's true. They can't. They can't. So that's powerful. And I remember you also said something that, you know, we're like doing this to each other. Okay, what you said? Women, you are not meant to love. You're not supposed to be the one to love. Right. He is the one who's supposed to love you. Right. So now the society today, the problem that we are having is because of we love, and we love so
much. You know, you get so deep in it, and then he is, and then you wonder why he's not loving me back the way I love him. But because of I'm not supposed to be loving anyway. He was supposed to love me, like Christ loved the church. I'm just, my duty is to submit. And you know, when you say that, like, you're not supposed to be like, really?
No, because it comes natural to us. We are naturally lovers. It comes natural because we give birth to children.
Exactly.
You know, it comes natural to us because of the womb that is within. Okay. So because we nature, we are maternal. It's a natural instinct of a woman. It's rare to get a woman who does not love.
No.
It's rare. You know. No. So because of that, this is what I love about God. God will put you in a position in order for him to teach you heaven, okay? Because we always say, the Bible says that let it be so done on earth as is in heaven. And heaven is not about you trying to love how you think should love. Okay, so heaven, if you were to go down and understand why God did you say that us as women have to submit, you understand that it is the order of things. It is the order of things in heaven, that when time comes, okay, when time comes and we're all before our Father and we have submitted to our husbands, it's going to be easy for you to submit in heaven. It's going to be easy for you to, when we get to heaven and God says, look, it came a time when God said to the children of Israel, listen to Moses. It became easy for them to do that because there was submission. It's submission through and through. Of which, how can you submit here to one another if you submit to God but you can't submit here to one another? How does it work?
No, that's powerful right there. Wow, that's powerful and that's so interesting. So now, going back to you, the First Lady Primrose, an entrepreneur now, because I know that you wear so many hats. So now your journey into being an entrepreneur, can you just give us that, a little bit of that, because the people that must know that you're not just the First Lady waiting there in church. No.
This is so interesting for me because let me start by saying I have never spoken my story to anyone. This is the first time I've actually allowed anybody to interview me in such a manner. Only because of the sensitivity of the position that I hold. Okay. But with due respect to yourself, Heavenly, I have said I'm going to come with an open book. Yeah. Because we're in the real talk. We want it to be real. Yes, we're going to be real today. Okay. Yeah. So with me, entrepreneurship started at the age of 16. Okay. Now, I grew up in a household where I grew up with a stepmom and my dad. Now, growing up was not easy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. With a mother who's not your own. Yeah. It's not easy. This is not me saying that she did anything wrong. No. It's never easy. It's never easy. It's never easy. Okay, because you're coming from a different perspective, different ways of thinking, and also it was very challenging for me. Yeah. And my father has always been an entrepreneur. My father ran a business. Now, my father raised me in such a way that I felt he was a little bit harsh. Okay, he was a little bit harsh because I would work for my dad and not get paid. Okay. And I would, when I say I would work, I mean I would walk miles, okay, to go to work, come back, and not even get a single penny. And it put an anger within me. I was very bitter. How come? Okay, I was very bitter towards my dad. I was very bitter towards my stepmom. And I was very bitter towards the world because you have to bear in mind, I'm a child who's wondering, why does this have to happen to me? Okay. Regardless of, I went to private school growing up, people will say you were very privileged. To me, there is no asset, no money figure you can give to a child that can equate to the love that they need from within. Yes. And I feel growing up, I didn't receive the love side. Okay. I got all the horses and chariots, but I didn't get the true love from a parent. So because of that, I started looking into who out there are like me. Okay. Who out there are like me who are broken. Okay. Long story short, I was raped when I was a child by my auntie's, my dad's sister's son. Okay. And I only just, spoke about it last year. Wow. Okay. And in all of that, growing up, African household, you are taught not to say anything. You're not supposed to even You're not supposed to breathe. Exactly. You're not even supposed to say, I love you to your father. And it broke me from within. Now, in the brokenness, I had a dream one day. In this dream, it was me going to my mother's funeral. Then the next morning, I got the call that my mother had passed away.
Oh.
Right? Then I asked God, I said, right, here's the ultimatum I'm going to give you, right?
Yeah.
Either you make me into who I should be, a champion, an advocate, okay, a fighter, because I knew I had it with me, or I'm going to become a prostitute.
Yay!
So you choose God.
You choose God. Yay!
And God was like, well, because I think He knew that this child of mine, she's broken at this moment and she can go out trails. I met my husband, and when I met my husband, I just said, no, man. We're not supposed to work for somebody. Come on. Like, no. The first year of marriage, very tough. Yeah. Okay. Faced our own different challenges. But even in that first year, I was 6 months pregnant and I was writing up business plans.
Wow.
Okay. And we were living with his parents in a little box room. Okay. And I just, it just didn't feel right from within. Yeah. So in the little quest of me researching, I phoned my dad and I said, look, I want to do business. Bear in mind, I've not spoken to him for years. Yeah. And I said, I want to do business. Can you send me a tender? Right? And he sent me a tender that I'd done years ago. I looked at the tender. I, took some stuff off it, changed the wording, and I wrote my first tender, and I won it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what age were you that time?
I was 21.
My goodness.
Yes, I was 21, and I won the tender. And I remember my in-laws looking at me like,
who is this?
I was just upstairs in their house. Bear in mind. I was pregnant, so I'd come into their house as a pregnant young girl. They didn't know what was going on. They were confused. Me and my husband were young. My husband, is pretty much a firstborn as well, cushioned. And I won my first tender heavenly because I kept saying to myself, no, man, no, there has to be more out of me. I can't sit around. Because anyway, for me, my father was not going to do it for me. My mother had passed away, so who's going to help me?
I have to
get up and do it myself. Yeah. So I did that, and then we won our first tender, and we were successful. We still have the tender now. Wow. Then by the age of 25, I had to go to uni because I got married. I had not yet gone to uni. And I said to myself, go and educate yourself, which I did. Yeah. Reason why I'm mentioning these things, Heaven, is because I want your listeners to understand that it doesn't matter what age you are. Exactly. It doesn't matter what place you are in life. You can start from scratch at any point of your life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you can still make it. Exactly. People tend to say, oh, you've run out of time. No.
As long as you're still alive, time is still there.
Time is still there. Yeah. And now I'm 31. I have 3 businesses. Wow. I'm a real estater, I'm a consultant, and I run a care company. Okay. All these 3 businesses allow me to then go to your question of how do you wear the hats of being a first lady and whatnot, because we seek chief first the kingdom of God and His righteousness first. Yes. God comes first in everything that I do. Yeah. I get on my knees with my husband. I am so blessed that I married a man of God. Exactly. I want to say I'm so blessed because it's not many that get to marry a man of God. But I also want to challenge every woman who's married and say, your husband is a man of God in his own right. Okay? Every man is a man of God in their own right in the household. Okay? That's powerful. So because of that, it's before me and my husband do any business venture, we always go back on his, we ask God. And if God says yes, we go for it.
Go for it. That's amazing.
The things that we have not asked God for, we've made mistakes. My husband almost bought a diamond mine in South Africa. We didn't ask God. We had the money. And we went and we said, God second. He got there and we got scammed. Because we didn't put God first.
So it's very important to make sure you put God first. Everything you do.
Absolutely. Put God first and you will see that you will succeed. No matter how young, how old, or wherever you are, you will succeed.
Your story, I'm like, my goodness, But I've learned so much. I've learned so much that in everything, and you are right. When we don't put God first, we never succeed.
That's right.
We don't succeed. And I love when you say, when you were pregnant, when you were just that young lady, you were writing down your business plan. The Bible says, write the vision down. Make it plain.
Exactly.
So you did the word of God, basically. And then look at you today. Without realizing. Look at you today. And nobody thought that, okay, she's doing something like, when you're pregnant, people are thinking you're just sleeping, lying, just, But you had it in you that, I need to do something. Absolutely. I need to push. Wow, that's amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for joining us today. Like, you are really a powerhouse. When I say powerhouse, you're a powerhouse. So when are we seeing your book? Because really, this needs to be in a book.
You know what?
This needs to be in a book.
I'm still being delivered.
Please, it needs to be in a book. I refuse. My viewers out there, as you can see, we need a book. When she comes back, we'll be interviewing her with her book. We need your book, darling. Because all this that you said, really someone out there, I know that it will reach them. But that book, even if God has taken you somewhere after when you are 350 years old, but the book will be that memo that people, they'll be holding. If she